Oh yeah, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Deadpool. Yeah, this is the 2016 film. It's an hour and 50 minutes. It is not part of the MCU, technically. It is one of the 20th Century Fox films that was brought over, and it is one of the few things you can see on Disney Plus that is very rated R. There is a lot of F-bombs. There is the use of the N-word, but it's DMX saying it in one of his songs a lot, so that's okay, I guess. And there's lots and lots of nudity, and there's a prolonged sex scene. So yeah, that's that's something that I just not gonna see. I can't think of anywhere else that you're going to see any of that on Disney Plus. Yeah, so that's why it's tiered. It's not on the kids. If you have a kids login kind of thing, yeah, you can't find Deadpool. Sorry, kids. This is just for the adults. And I'm surprised at how many kids I've seen who are huge Deadpool fans. I remember seeing this in the film a number of times, in the theaters a number of times, just surrounded by children, and it just seemed like a bad decision. I can't tell you what to do with your kids, but yeah. Yeah, it's, okay, in the nude scene too, also, well, it's in a strip club, and Stan Lee is the DJ, so that's a situation I never thought I'd I'd picture him in. Of course, he has to make a cameo in all the Marvel films back when he was around, and yeah, he was only in his early 90s at that point when he did that cameo. Anyway, this is Ryan Reynolds' baby, and it's so glad they got to do Deadpool right after the travesty of Wolverine Origins. This could technically be called Deadpool Origins, because this is very much his origin story. It's somewhat close to the comics. It's not dead on. There's no mention of Weapon X directly or anything else, but it's, yeah, it's... Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that, because it's not a big deal. Deadpool's part of the MCU now, or he's about to be, and he's bringing Wolverine with him back from the dead. So you never know what's going to happen. They're going to have we're going to have three. We have two. We're going to have three Deadpool films in the future, in a few years on Disney Plus. Just how cool is that? That is just pretty freaking amazing. And also, by the way, after the end of this, it will recommend that you watch She-Hulk, because humor, superheroes, and breaking the fourth wall. It's a flawless recommendation. So, no edits. What was that? Okay. What was I talking about? Deadpool? Yeah. Hey, I don't do any edits on these things, and dang it. Yeah, I didn't close off my area properly. Well, the neighbors got half the show. Anyway, wow. Oh, this stars Ryan Reynolds as, of course, as Wade Wilson, Deadpool. Morena Baccarin, you might know her from Firefly and Gotham and a billion other things. She plays Vanessa, the love of his life. And in the comics, Vanessa, I think her name is Copycat. She has powers. But in this, she doesn't seem to have any powers. But that's all right. She doesn't need to. Everybody doesn't need to have powers. And we get a nice little connection to the X-Men universe with Colossus and a brand new character they've introduced in the movies anyway. She does exist in the comics. Teenage Negasonic Warhead. Coolest name in comics, period. So we also get TJ Miller playing Weasel, which is a longtime Deadpool sidekick character. And Ed Skeen plays, or Skeen? He plays Ajax, the bad guy. And I forgot Gina Carano was in this as Angel Dust, his sidekick. Like, she was a bad guy. She gets to mainly fight Colossus she's a powerhouse. She can take on Colossus. So, yeah, Gina Carano. I completely erased my mind that she existed in this film. Just like Disney Plus erased her. Sort of, well, she's not in Mandalorian anymore. Let's just say that. And Karan Soni is a Depender. He's been in so many other little things. I can't remember what they are. But anyway, yeah, it's a fun cast. It's moves really fast. It's, of course, got a ton of humor. If you can't have a Deadpool movie, you can't have a Deadpool story without humor. If he doesn't shut up, you're doing it wrong. And Ryan Reynolds was born to embody this. It's the kind of thing, I know that's it's hard to imagine that at some point they are going to recast Wolverine, for example. I mean, Hugh Jackman is coming back, yes, in Deadpool 3, but he's not going to be Deadpool. He's not going to be Wolverine forever. They're going to do more Wolverine or X-Men movies in the future down the road, and it's not going to star Hugh Jackman. I can't picture, just like many can't picture a Hugh Jackman-less Wolverine, I can't picture a Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, but I'm getting ahead of myself. There should never be an instance where we even live to see that. We'll just die off, and then after the apocalypse happens and we rebuild society, humanity will have new Deadpool films with a brand new actor, and they will never know the beauty of Ryan Reynolds. Just the way it is. That's how we're gonna have to make that break. That's the only way. It has to be done that way. So World War III, get ready. Once Ryan Reynolds' health is declining in his late 90s, and he's just like, Deadpool 47, here we go. Actually, you know what? I just realized we're gonna, with AI and all this scanning and everything else, Ryan Reynolds, if anybody is gonna sell his identity or his virtual identity to make films after he's gone, should be Ryan Reynolds to continue Deadpools into the hundreds. No need for a world war to erase humanity for the most part. Yeah, he should be the one to, I'm saying here, I'm the first one to say it. He's going to be the one who makes a virtual version of himself. AI and all the technology is going to, with the deep fakes and everything else, he's going to be a virtual actor down the line, and it's going to know his thought processes, which are chaotic and mad and, just insane. Sure, he'll be selling Mint Mobile phones and, is it vodka or gin in those movies, but he'll still be Deadpool, and that's what matters. I really don't have to tell you too much about this film. Obviously I love it. It's been many years since I've seen it. I don't think I watched it a number of times in the theaters. I don't think I've watched it since Deadpool 2 came out, which is kind of crazy. Let's make sure this doesn't end early. Like, just sometimes it does. As long as you keep motion. It's good. Anyway, in this, I don't need to explain to you. Either you get Deadpool or you don't. You like him or you don't. It's not a superhero film. Just deal with that. He claims this is a love story. At one point he claims it's a horror story. And at other times it's very much an action film. It's many different films in one, and which is great because Deadpool's pretty flexible in all those categories. You can do so many things with him. There have been writers in the comics who have taken a very serious tone with Deadpool, especially when people he cares about are in danger. But at the same time, when he is addressing the evil right in front of him, kind of like Spider-Man, he's ready to just crack jokes and laugh. And so yeah, you can maybe call him, they've been mistaken for each other because their costumes are similar in color anyway. You can say that he's just a super, super, super violent Spider-Man without spider powers, but with Wolverine's powers. So, yeah, it's it's great in the action. It's great on the acting and the humor and everything else. It is not for the faint-hearted. It is pretty gory at times. It is very bloody, and it is very, let's just say, if you're sensitive to certain topics of discussion, yeah, you're not going to be able to handle this film. It doesn't go well with Captain America back to back with I mean, Thor is kind of goofy and wild and stuff like that, but that's Taika Waititi's films still are fairly reined in, even though it's got a naked Thor butt in the last one. This one has lots of naked Deadpool butt. So if you're into that, this is a film for you. There are a number of different little things. Like I forgot about Gina Carano, but I also forgot that in the big final set piece battle, they were on a budget, so they kind of trimmed things down from what they originally planned. You can read all about it. It's on the internet. The big set piece in the background is an actual, that connects it to the MCU in a sense. It's a wrecked, oh my gosh, my brain just stopped working. Helicarrier. It's a wrecked helicarrier that S.H.I.E.L.D. uses, or used at one point. A wrecked S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier is the place where the big battle takes place. That's kind of crazy. That's not if that's not a helicarrier, I mean, I don't know what it is. And it kind of makes a weird connection to the MCU. Oh, a little thing also, toward the beginning, when before Deadpool is Deadpool, when he's just Wade, he orders pizza, and the guy who delivers the pizza, look at the pizza box, it's pizza, it says Feige on the box, on the pizza box, so it's Feige's Pizzeria. Kevin Feige, the guy who runs all of the MCU. So yeah, my coughing fit erased much of my brain. So yeah, I can't think of what else to tell you about this, but it's always good fun. It was great to revisit this. It is, like I said, it's not for everybody, and that's okay. But yeah, I laughed out loud. I forgot how much I enjoyed this film, and I kind of got nothing done while watching it. The movies that I already know that I've seen before, I put on in the background, just kind of remind me of everything as I work on other things, and yeah, I got nothing done. Just the way it is. I know there's something else I want to say, and my coughing fit erased it, so we're just going to move on. This is long enough. It's 13 minutes. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
47.
47. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, we just dodged a bullet there. We just really dodged a bullet. Here we are. There's another movie. This is 3 movies in a row. We've been doing shorts, and we've been doing documentaries and series and everything else. This has really put me through my paces where I need to get some movies watched. 3 days in a row. This, I think, it might be a Disney Plus original. But I gotta tell you, this is number 47, right? Just making sure. Yep, it's 47. Just making sure, because we very nearly had to watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Instead, we're watching Better Nate Than Never. Better Nate Than Never. Yeah. We had 2 Beverly Hills Chihuahua movies that we could have hit. Yeah. Yeah. Better Nate Than Never. I know the moment I turn this off, I'm going to think of all the other things I want to tell you about Deadpool. Don't just swallow your own spit. It's in a weird way. It's going to mess you up. All right. Better Nate Than Never on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.